Hey guys. So today is, what day is it? Saturday, June 17th. It's around 5:30. So where do I even start with this video? I've been off of YouTube for what feels like forever. And there's a very good explanation for that. You guys like my new glasses? They were very expensive, so I love them. Excuse my very horrible appearance. Mercedes decided to make an appearance. Hi. 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 Every time I start vlogging, like she doesn't like the camera, but she wants to be involved. Like I said, I've been off of YouTube for what feels like forever now. And the reason why is because me and the person that I was with are no longer together. We broke up in January of 2017. So it's June now. So it's been about 5 months. And it was one of the hardest things that's ever happened to me. One of the hardest things that will, I think, ever happen to me. We were together for 7 years. And I feel like it's going to take a very long time for me to recover from that, for me to feel 100% okay. It wasn't anything bad. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you guys would have already heard about this. But if you guys don't follow me on Snapchat, then obviously you guys are just hearing about it now. Or if you just found me, hello. But yeah, so yeah, we're no longer together, but we're still best friends, as weird as that sounds. I know that for a lot of people it's kind of weird to hear that we're able to remain friends, but we really are. Like, we didn't break up on bad terms or because we didn't care about each other anymore. It was because we cared about each other. My arm's getting tired. Hold on. Okay, that's a little better. So yeah, we remained best friends through, not all of it, I'm not gonna lie. The first like couple weeks were really hard. Like, I mean, it was really hard to know that person was no longer going to be in my life every single day. I wasn't going to see that person every single day, that everything that we had together was no longer going to be something that we had together. So all of that, of course, was really hard for the first couple of weeks. Even the first, I think 3 months were honestly the hardest. Like, you're grieving, you're like, that person's still there, but that relationship isn't. So you're literally grieving what you've lost because you've lost something. And so it was really hard. I didn't talk to anybody. I honestly went through like a really dark time in those days. Like, there were days where I couldn't even really manage to even really get up. And thankfully my mom was there to help me. I am currently living in her house now because we sold our house. Unfortunately, whenever I moved, I had to give up my dogs, which up until now, and I think for the rest of my life, I will always regret that decision. It literally was not something that I could really control. I had to come to my mom's house, and she has other pets. She has chickens and bunny rabbits, and my dogs are, one of them was a terrier and the other one was a beagle, and they were murderers. Like, anything small, they would pretty much chase and eat or kill, not even eat. So I couldn't put her animals in danger because, you know, that's not really fair to her. And then my dad already had 2 dogs, and so he couldn't really take on the responsibility of taking care of other dogs at his house. And then for him, he kept them for a little while, but you know, when we sold the house, he didn't really have anywhere to take them either. So unfortunately, we did give them up for adoption, and I regret not asking him to find out who they were going to or where they went to. All I know is that they went to Colorado. They went completely out of state. So you know, if I could contact that family and tell them I want them back, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. But fortunately, I don't have that information. And he didn't get that information. So my doggies are gone, my babies are gone, and that's probably the hardest thing, is that I will never get them back, and that's really hard. Yeah, so life has been really unexpected this year. I thought last year, you know how like everybody was joking about 2016 being like one of the worst years ever. Well, it turns out I had a pretty good 2016. I'm having a very terrible 2017. Up until about a month ago, I was still pretty like here and there, like it was still give or take. It was hard, but I finally learned. A lot of people were telling me, you know, focus on yourself, do what's right for you, and take care of yourself first. And I didn't really know what that meant, and I think it's because that means something different to every single person. For me, after all this time, what it meant was getting my own home, getting my own things in order, like focusing on myself, on my health, on who I am and what I want in life. And that's what it meant for me. I think that for everybody it means something different, and I think I was trying to make sense of it in another way that didn't really make sense to me. So the good news is that here in about 13 days, I'm closing on my very own home. It's going to be mine, in my name. It's going to be just mine. And that's like, like, I don't know. Like, to be able to accomplish that before the age of 30 for me was like such a huge deal. And I'm so excited about it. And with that, being my own home and not having to worry about anybody else or anything else, I want to start vlogging, maybe even daily. I don't think so, because my life is really not that interesting, to be honest with you guys. But I feel like if I start vlogging this part of my life, it'll be really interesting. Maybe not so much for you guys, but for me, I look a mess. But for me, I feel like it will be interesting because I will be able to, how do I say this? Like, I will be able to document my life through my own eyes, I guess. And it's something that I can look back on, you know, when I finally became like a truly independent woman all by myself. Like, I had to buy my own car, and I now am buying my own house, and I hope to even open my own business. I don't know if I will be able to by the end of the year, but I want to start looking into that, because that's something that I really want to do. It's going to be like a makeup business, like have my own actual makeup studio is really my goal for the year. Like finding out how I can do that is my goal for the year. And so that's what it means to focus on myself. So if you guys are going through something similar, if you guys, you know, don't really know what it means to, when if somebody tells you focus on yourself first, and you don't know what it means, because I sure didn't know what it means. It just means like, think of your dreams, think of what you want for your life. Is this what you want in life? Is this the path that you're wanting to take? If not, what is it? Write it down. I think for me it helped a lot. Oh, my arm is so tired. For me it helped a lot to like write down every day. Like, I have a daily journal where I just write down what happened in the day. Was it good? Was it bad? Is this what I want? Is this not what I want? You know what I mean? Like, all of that is helpful to me. Being around people, as hard as it was also helpful, because I think for a time, I mean, there was days where I didn't even want to leave my room, and that was really, really hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I actually had to take anxiety medication, and it was because I would have panic attacks. Like, just going to the grocery store, I couldn't breathe. I would feel like I was gonna pass out. Like, I remember one day I went to the grocery store with my mom, and you know, I was just shopping. I was just buying the things that I needed, and I was there because I needed to get some things. And as soon as I started walking through the store, I felt like I was gonna like pass out, like I couldn't breathe. And my mom left me for whatever reason after I told her not to, because I knew that something like that might happen, because I had tried a couple of days before and I couldn't do it. So I just went home. I didn't buy what I needed. So I thought maybe if I go with her, like it won't be so bad. And I was looking for her because she left, and then I couldn't look for her any longer because I really felt like I was gonna like drop down to my knees. So I ended up like running to the checkout, like self-checkout, and I checked everything out. And thankfully by that time she had like already started walking towards me. I paid like super fast, and as soon as I walked out of the store, I mean, I don't think I even past the second, you know, sliding door when like I just broke down crying. Like I couldn't hold it. I couldn't control myself. It was just like crying and crying and crying and crying to the point where I couldn't even drive home. She had to drive me home because I couldn't do it. Like I was so just distraught, and it was hard. And so now I suffer from anxiety, and I think it was just from like everything that was happening to me. It all happened so fast. Like honestly, I mean, it was like a nightmare. Like I woke up one day and it ended. Everything, my whole life had ended. Everything that I knew had been turned upside down, and it was gone. Everything was gone. Everything I ever loved, everything I ever knew, everything I ever hoped for was gone. It was gone in a matter of hours, and that was it. There was nothing I could do. And I know a lot of you guys will be like, well, what happened? How is that even possible for your life to end so fast? Like, not end, obviously I'm still here, but like for what I thought was going to be my forever life. And, you know, that's not something that I guess it's not something that I can talk about, because it's not my issue. It's not my problem. It's not something that is happening to me. And I feel like if it's not right for me to talk about somebody else's issues or problems or what they're going through, I don't feel like it's right for me to do that to someone. Just like I wouldn't want someone to talk about my problems without my knowledge or without my consent. So but just know that it wasn't like cheating. It wasn't because we didn't care about each other, because we didn't love each other. I think it happened because we love each other, because we respect each other, to know that it needed to end at that time. So a lot has happened since then. I mean, I've done a lot of crazy things that I never thought I would do in my life, and maybe one day I'll talk about it in the future. I don't feel comfortable disclosing all that information right now in this very moment, but I did do a lot of questionable things, things that I would have never done had that not happened to me. So maybe one day I'll talk about it if you guys are interested to know, I don't know, my life experiences since then. Yeah, so I will be, like, the house that I bought, I obviously will show you guys the house and everything. I sign off on it, or, you know, I go sign all the paperwork June 30th. So soon. And I bought it because it's like a really nice, charming little home, and I don't have any back neighbors or any front neighbors, which is really cool. So I just really love the neighborhood. It's really cute. And what I liked about the house is I've always wanted like something that I could live in, but at the same time start to like custom for myself, kind of like a little mini fixer-upper, but not like, you know, literally picking it up from the ground up. It's just gonna be like customizing it to what I want it to be, what I want it to look like. I'm gonna have to remodel the kitchen. I'm gonna have to remodel the 2 restrooms, and then the rest of the house, I have to change the flooring in all 3 of the bedrooms because they're carpet and they're like the original carpets of the house, and the house was built in 1984 or something like that. So definitely have to replace those. And then I don't know about the living room. I finally have like a real fireplace, and I'm really excited about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know if I just want to whitewash it or completely change it altogether. I don't know, like there's so much potential with that home, like to make it my very own home, that I'm just so excited. And I'm just happy with this chapter in my life, what's happening now. I'm just really happy and excited, and I hope that I am able to vlog every day, or at least, you know, on weekends, or mostly or mainly whenever I'm doing things to the house. I really want to do that as well, so that, I don't know, maybe inspire someone who's going through something, and just let you guys know that it will be okay. Because for a long time, honestly, I didn't think it was gonna be okay. For a long time, I thought that it was gonna be dark forever, that I was never gonna get out of it, and I did. I got out of it. It took a lot of a hard look at myself. I had to do like a really hard look at myself, and really know that I was worth it, that I was worth living, that I was worth going on, and that I was worth a lot more than being depressed and anxiety ridden, and, you know, all of that. Like, my life is beautiful, even though something hard happened to me, something I never would imagine would happen to me. But I think I'm going to take it as a learning experience, and that's what I think has helped me a lot, is that I'm taking it as a learning experience, and I'm learning so much from it that I don't know, like, I'm just excited for this new chapter in my life, to be a single woman, which I haven't been since I was 19 years old. And I'm 26 now, and I'm 6 months away from being 27. So I've never experienced being single as an adult. Like, I've never experienced that, you know, because I was still in college when him and I started dating, and I've never experienced life by myself. And I don't know, there's something really exciting about that. There's something that I mean, I thought this is the kind of life that I would be living anyway, as a single woman, like super strong and independent and doing things for myself. And so I'm excited to do those things. I, of course, miss the life that I had, and I think I will miss it for a while. But I think this life will be just as wonderful, if not more wonderful. And yeah, I hope you guys like are interested in seeing what happens. Because I don't know what's gonna happen, obviously, but I hope I can start vlogging more and all of that. But this camera's overheating now, so I've talked enough. I will see you guys soon. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys want me to vlog. I would be more than happy to vlog more. So anyways, bye from me and Mercedes. Bye. Mercedes, are you excited to start vlogging, Mercedes? Is that a yes? Mercedes? Wink or blink if yes. No? Okay. All right. Good night.